What is going on in this world? This spring, Australia was on fire. I mean, all of Australia was almost on fire. The other day I saw a video about a plague of locusts somewhere in the Middle East. The coronavirus, dogs and cats living together. It's mass hysteria. Yeah. Restaurants are closing. I just stopped at my favorite restaurant here, which is Burger King, and if this place closes, I'm
foul language.
But for those of you that are stuck at home, keeping your social distancing and all the precautions that the CDC is recommending, good for you. But I'm sure you're going wacko with things to do. Well, I found a photography project that you can do with your kids, and you probably have all the stuff in your home. If you don't, go to the dollar store and spend a couple dollars like I did, and you're going to get some pretty cool images and a fun project to do with your kids. All right, I'm going to head home after I eat my lunch here, and we're going to get started on this project. See you at the house. Roll the intro.
Sun comes up and rises high. It's so hot, it's gonna make me cry. Oh Lord, oh Lord. Temperature rising, rising to my heart, to the roof and to the bone.
Farewell and adieu, you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain. Here's the swimming with bow-legged women. All right, let's get started here. Like I said, this is a fun project you can do right in your house, and it doesn't take up much room. We need a couple of things, and I'm going to just show you what we're going to build. And relax, it's not too hard. I went to the dollar store and got some, I think they call them wind-driven tulips or whatever. They were $1. They got a big long stick on them. You put them in your yard, and the wind spins them around. But I got a different idea for them. And I bought this, which is a little pinwheel. Remember when you were a kid, you used to blow on those things like that? Well, I got a couple of those, really colorful ones, because we want a real colorful image. Wow, that's mesmerizing. I got a friend, Jeannie, that she loves colorful, shiny stuff like this. So, all right, let's get started here. We're gonna need a few things. Let's take a look at what we're gonna need to build this project, and I'll show you what I did to build these little things. Let's get after it. First thing we're gonna need is some construction paper. So I've got some blue construction paper for the background, some green construction paper for the foreground, or to act as the ground in this shot, because what we're taking pictures of is Mario and Luigi right there in little cars. And we're going to create a colorful forest scene, some kind of fantasy forest scene. And what we're going to need is some flowers, some plastic flowers that we got from the dollar store, pinwheel, a couple pinwheels right there, some plastic Easter eggs. We're going to use those to make the base to hold up the flower and the pinwheel. Let's see, we need a tape measure. Where's he? Up there. We need a tape measure to measure how long these sticks got to be. We need a marker to mark the stick to where we're going to cut it. These plastic flowers have a plastic stem on them. So I've got a little tubing cutter to cut that so they're nice and straight. These pinwheels have a wooden stem, so I'm just going to cut that with my pocket knife. I have scissors to cut the fringes off of the eggs. We have a drill, a cordless drill to drill a hole into the eggs to create the base to hold up the flower. So that's all the stuff we're going to need. Let's get started and build one. What do you say? All right, I've measured these and marked them at 2.5 inches from the bottom of the stem right to here. And with this wooden stake, all we have to do is just score it on the line. So we're going to go around in a circle. It's just it's about the thickness of a heavy toothpick. So we're going to score it around the line right there. So it goes all the way around, and then just snap it off. Just like that. Perfect. One done. Okay, the next one is we're going to cut this little plastic stem off of here, and I'm using a tubing cutter because it's plastic and I want it straight. So the way a tubing cutter works is it's got a little blade in there, it's got a little wheel, and you just wheel this thing around this way and tighten it up as you go. And the wheel makes the cut. Don't bump the camera. And my hands are sweaty. Wheel this around, wheel it around. And it'll loosen up as it cuts through, and then you just tighten it up. Right there, on that wheel right there, you just tighten it up a little bit and go around again. So it cuts that depth. And then you go around again. Keep repeating that process, and eventually what will happen is you will cut through it. You end up with a nice clean cut. And now we have one of our flower trees. Now we just have to build the base. We're going to make a base for our pinwheel. These plastic eggs that you buy at the dollar store, they come kind of a little tab in there, so we're going to cut that off. Separate those. The scissors fell on the floor. All right. You notice let me get this thing to focus here. There's a little lip. There's a little lip on one side, right there, that fits inside of the big piece. There are two different sizes. I take the big one because it doesn't have that lip. It's gonna look a little better. It's gonna look a little better sitting in the picture. All right. Next, get a drill with the proper size drill bit that matches the diameter of the stick or the stem on the flower. Drill a hole through there. All right, and then grab your flower, or your pinwheel. I'm sorry, that's what's going in this one. It goes right inside. It's right inside of that, and then when you set it down, it acts as a base. To hold that up. Repeat the process. For this, you're going to need I'm going to need a little wider drill bit for this, because this is a little bit bigger diameter. But I got it. Okay, we've got all our stuff made. We've got our fantasy trees made. Our flowers are cut. Our little eggs are cut. Got all our stuff made. I don't know if I'm going to use them all in this shot, but we can trade out different colors and different props. Set the cars up in different angles. Maybe we'll prop one up like they're racing or something like that. But let's take a look at what we're looking at through the camera that we're going to take this shot with. All right. All right. So this is our setup right here. Take a look in this camera right here, and you'll see what we're looking at. We've got our blue background, which is making it kind of look like the sky, I guess, in this scene. The green grass, green ground, We got Mario and Luigi. Luigi's over there. And we have all these colorful trees, these colorful flowers in this shot. Now, I don't know if this is going to be my final composition or not, but I like the way all the color is just bouncing out of this thing. We're going to try some different apertures with this shot, and we're going to try something a really wide aperture, which gives us a big depth of field, or a shallow depth of field, which will make whatever you're focusing on really sharp, and the rest of the scene will go blurry. We're going to shoot that at probably f2.8. And we're going to try shooting at like f16, f22, where everything is in focus. The other thing we're going to try is we're going to try to mix this up a little bit and create a scene. We're going to shoot some horizontally. We're going to shoot some vertically. I'm using natural light right now. I have one little video light on here, but you can shoot this with flash. I'm going to try that. So this is just a really fun experiment that you can do in your house with the kids to help you build these craft projects, these little flowers, and set up little scenes with their toys in order to make an interesting photograph and have them take the picture. In fact, why don't we take a picture right now? Let's stop this one and see what we got here. We're going to shoot this at, I got to get my cheaters on so I can see what we're doing here. That is really a colorful image. Okay. We're going to shoot this at, let's take the first one at f16. That should render everything in focus, or pretty much in focus. Barring something that's really close to the lens, might be a little soft, but what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that Mario and Luigi are on the same plane of focus. We're going to focus on the front of his car right there. And this is giving us a shutter speed of 1 second. So I'm going to take my shutter release. I've got that hooked up so I don't touch the camera. 1 second. That's f16. All right, let's dial that back a little bit. And dial that back to like, well, I'm going to go as shallow as this lens goes, which is 2.8. We're going to focus on the front of Mario's car right there and see what we get. That's rendering him in focus and sharp, and the rest of it is going out of focus. He's got a little bit of blur to it. I could zoom in a little bit too. I guess that's as far as the lens goes. We could just move this in a little bit and adjust our shot. There we go. And let's focus right there. Hit that one again. Oh, this is really cool. Oh, you know what else? I have, what's really interesting is I have my white balance set to daylight. If I turn this overhead light on, which has tungsten bulbs in it, we're going to get some yellow light coming down onto that background, which may look like the sun. Let's turn those on and see what it looks like. I've just turned on the light above the table here, and it's actually putting a little bit of yellow light down onto that blue background and onto that last pinwheel right there, and it's making it look like a little bit of glow of sunlight. Ha! I like that. I really like that image. All right, how would we shoot this with flash? I think what I would do is I would shoot this with an umbrella or a big softbox to get as big a light source as we could to eliminate the majority of the shadows that we can. you can shoot this in natural light. If I was going to do this, I would just, without this light on right here, without these couple lights on, I would just turn this around by my patio door and use the light that's coming into the patio door to illuminate this scene. You can do this with your cell phone. You're only limited by your imagination. Get your kids involved in something because I'm sure they're going stir crazy. Being in the house away from their friends, they're not in school, and they get to use their toys, and they still get to wind up those creative juices and do a fun project. So this is gonna help everybody in your house. So get out and take some pictures. Try this project, and I hope you have fun. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Get out and take some pictures. See you guys.